Hello, what's up guys? This is Kay from Lunarlight Games. Welcome to the channel if you're new. Make sure you guys hit the subscribe button. And we're back again with more of our Diablo 3 story mode play sessions. What we're doing with this series is we're still trying to recap all of the story bits from Diablo 3's story mode, in anticipation that I think Thursday will probably begin our first character for Diablo 4. This is just to get everybody refreshed and familiar with what's happened so far in the game's story. So by the time we start up Diablo 4, we will be caught up and current on all the events of Diablo. So give me a sec here while I get it set up, and then we'll get running here. So Act 3. While this is the most eventful act, I think, it's also one of the worst ones in terms of dungeon design. Although the first two areas aren't so bad though. But more on that later.
The keep's defenses cannot hold. Its soldiers are scattered, fleeing before Azmodan's onslaught, which rushes forth from Ariat Crater. Should the keep fall, Azmodan will claim the Black Soul Stone. If he does, there will be no hope for this world.
The keep will stand. I will rally its defenders.
Light the signal fires, and show these soldiers that we are not yet defeated. Salvation has arrived. Go, you are needed below.
Tyrael will not fail these people, I know it.
So I think down below is the battlefield, but where is the mountain? Oh well.
A few thousand of your years ago, on a distant battlefield, I stood over Azmodan, sword raised to deliver the death blow.
You didn't end up killing him?
No. One of my brethren, Ardleon, called for help.
You chose to save him.
Yes. And now, Azmodan threatens all I hold dear once again.
Saving another's life is never the wrong choice.
I see that now. I wish my angelic brethren felt the same.
How is it different now that you're mortal?
I will die, of course.
That is not what I'm referring to.
But that is the difference. When you are mortal, every moment is precious. Everything matters. It is exhilarating. I knew Zoltan Kuhl was special from the moment I met him. He had a keen mind for the arcane. During the hunt for the Three, he was the bearer of the Soul Stones, and must have studied them intently. Though it is an aberration, the Black Soul Stone is a testament to his genius. The Black Soul Stone was created to be an improvement over the original Three. They were crafted to contain single demons, but Kuhl intended his to hold many. But the Black Soul Stone is flawed, and cannot contain that many demons for long. We must capture Azmodan within it, and shatter it, lest all these evils be reborn. Of the many things I find intriguing about humans, the greatest is their endless thirst for knowledge. Angels believe that everything there is to know is written in the scroll of fate. Therefore, curiosity is not a common angelic trait. Ironically, my suspicions have been confirmed. Angels do not, in fact, know everything. Seeing the world through mortal eyes has given me much to ponder.
I wonder if by the events of Diablo 4, Tyrael has already died.
The Black Soulstone's getting hotter, straining against me. They're whispering to me from inside.
The demons within seek escape. Only your power can keep it from splitting apart, my daughter. It's a heavy burden, but the fate of the world lies in your hands.
Leah, I can feel the stone fighting you for control. I'm worried for you.
It's getting more difficult. But it's nothing I can't handle.
The demons war and rage to escape their imprisonment. Their fury will only increase over time. Leah is very brave, but we'd best hurry before her strength fails.
Azmodan will soon find himself trapped within the Black Soul Stone. Our victory will then be complete.
Only fools celebrate victory before the battle's begun. Along with Belial, Azmodan has ruled the ravening hordes of the burning hells for over 3 centuries. His cunning is beyond imagining.
Prophecy guides us. He can't win.
Azmodan is way better developed than Belial. Also, Leah's journal is over here, so we'll be returning to this area from time to time to keep picking these up. My bad last time though. Completely forgot about this, and we did not pick up the first 3 journals in Act 2 though.
We reached Bastion's Keep, but holding the Black Soul Stone together takes up all of my time now. Sometimes I think of the wounded soldiers and their families outside, but then my concentration fails and the spells weaken. I must stay focused and trust my friend to save the Keep and its people.
What happened to the Mage Lord you mentioned?
My sisters and I waited until all of his associates had gathered to summon a greater demon. We slew them all to the last man. But they uttered curses upon us with their dying breaths. My sisters and I, we fell. Our death seemed certain. When I woke, the dark figure of the Prophet was staring down at me. That is how I met him.
It is time that you tell me the truth about your brother. I see that it weighs on you.
We used to be a team. I'd tip him off to some of the Thieves Guild's hits. He'd bring in the guards and play it off like it was a lucky catch. But one time he showed up too early.
The time when you robbed the Merchants Guild bank.
None other. Some of the guards became suspicious. They thought he was involved. And he's been rotting in a cell in Kingsport ever since. I managed to escape.
You must feel awful.
I don't know what I feel anymore.
They will run when they see us.
While examining Jondar's journal further, I found a torn page hidden within the binding. I believe that it is from one of the tomes I seek. He has written notes in the border as well. Perhaps by studying them, I will learn where the tome is.
I would have thought that would make you happy.
It seems strange that Jondar would keep a page hidden. It is though it is the proof of a crime. I've already found holes in my order's honor. What if there are more?
Lead the way! Someone's got to light those signal fires. Just not me.
Just not you. Okay, bro.
You heard the angel's command. Let the call sound forth. Bastion's keep shall not fall.
From the burning desert to the freezing north. You don't make it easy on us, do you?
Of course not. Where's your sense of adventure?
At least there's a lot of work to be done here. These men fight with blunted swords and dented armor. It's good to help. What will you do when this battle is ended?
I will consider it when my quest is complete.
It's never too early.
I will continue my search for knowledge.
A noble goal. I just want a quiet town in the country where I can work and live a life of peace.
I really do hope that the story of the Nephilim is continued in Diablo 4. They did that with all of the previous heroes in Diablo 1 and 2.
It's just unnatural to go from a place so hot to a place so cold. The change isn't good for my old bones.
I go where I'm needed.
And what's all this noise? It's as though we're right in the middle of a battle.
We are in the middle of a battle. The most important battle.
I know, isn't it?
Something troubles you. I can tell.
Oh, yes. Well, memories are useless, aren't they? You can't eat them or sell them for food. I'm glad that I'm starting to lose them. Oh, I was just remembering a time when I tracked the jewel to Skovos. A long story. But let's just say that between the sea monsters and poisoned arrows, it managed to slip away again.
That must have been disappointing.
Oh, it was. But when the theater's ceiling collapsed, I fell right into the lap of my soon-to-be seventh wife. She managed to console me.
7 wives?
Oh, no. I've been married many more times than that. But never to more than 2 women at a time. Never let it be said that I'm greedy.
7.
Gotta go, Martyr. All those creatures need killing.
Yeah, he's definitely not greedy.
Ah, the cowardly mayor of New Tristram. What brings you to Bastion's Keep?
Cruel fortune has left me as a lowly merchant once again. And now I'm minutes away from slaughter by the demonic hordes. Please, escort me out of here. I will pay anything.
Why would I do that? It's much too entertaining watching you panic.
Yeah, so this guy is back.
These soldiers look barely old enough to be away from their mothers. They are not prepared for the evil that seeks to consume this keep.
Few are, without years of training and study.
I couldn't agree with you more. That's why it's a good thing you're here.
I can't defend this whole place by myself.
Oh, I don't know about that. My visions are filled with demons dying violently at your hands. Let's just say there is a lot of blood.
Okay, time to rip and kill. Wait, what? Wrong franchise. Okay, so enough of that. We don't really need to help them out, but we do get followers that will aid us.
We saw the signal fire. We must light the rest, but the demons swarm around them. Get back inside the keep! No! I have to help hold the walls.
Okay, so this section is just a massive battlefield that we need to run through. It's not necessary that we kill everything. We just have to make sure to keep an eye out for those beacons.
You're a welcome sight, hero.
Alright, so beacon 1 down. I really love the backgrounds on this area.
Always wanted to fight some of these.
Even though some of the backgrounds are running at a lower frame rate than the gameplay actually. It really gives you a good sense of scale for how big this battle is. Oftentimes in Diablo, you always hear about gigantic battles, but they're never really that big.
It's an honor to fight by your side.
It's hopeless.
Sure about that? Anyways, I think we skipped one, didn't we? That's always the issue with this map. If you're not careful, you have to backtrack all the way.
I hear you're the best there is.
Not ready yet.
But yeah, how many soldiers are there anyway? Oh well, there's nothing else that can really stop us at the moment. All things considered.
Our champion is too powerful. Those bastards didn't stand a chance.
I kind of wish there were more side quests around this area.
Quickly, help us fight them off!
Where are those demons spawning from?
What in the burning hells is that?
You're a welcome sight, hero.
So I'm guessing by Diablo 4 we'll probably not be getting any of these.
You are the wretch that's given me such trouble. Thrash as you might, you will not keep me from the Soul Stone.
What in the hells was that?
An illusion to frighten you.
We've seen the fires you've lit. Fear has no more hold on us. The catapults could break Azmodan's lines, but we can't raise them from their berths while demons swarm over the walls.
Don't worry. I'll make sure the catapults are raised. The demons will truly feel fear. I need to go back.
So at what point are you truly worse than the demons? Anyways, as I was saying, I don't know if we'll ever get those special backgrounds in Diablo 4 like we do here, where there's just so much stuff going on in the background. It's probably not going to be likely.
It will be difficult to break Azmodan's advance without the catapults brought to bear. The demons' numbers are too great. In time, they will overrun us. But if the catapults can be raised, our superior position may make all the difference.
Gotta make sure we keep continuing back here to grab the journals.
These are hard. If it weren't for my mother standing beside me, I don't know what I'd do. She even watches the stone for a few hours each night so I can rest. Sometimes I dream I'm in New Tristram with Uncle Deckard again, and it's hard to wake up after that.
So the events here don't really take place over just one day or night. Where the hell is Tyrael?
I'm glad this is almost done. I don't think I have much time left.
Don't say that. Think of all the things you want to do with your life. The inn you want to build. Your safe place.
No. You were right. There's no safe place for anyone. Look around us. If this keep can't protect us, what chance would a silly little inn have?
Listen to me. We all find safety in our own ways. While I find it in knowledge and magic, you can find it within the inn you will build. Your sacrifice and pain are the very things it takes to make a safe place in this world. You will live to see your dreams fulfilled. I promise.
The demonic rage is building up again. But I can do this. I know I can. Thank you.
Man, they really set up Leah to be this game's protagonist, even though we don't really ever get to use her.
It must be hard for you to see your daughter suffer like this.
Everyone suffers, but to do so for a cause greater than oneself, that is the mark of a true hero. My daughter is everything I hoped she would be.
So Adria slowly progresses from this mysterious motherly character into someone that's very insidious.
It is good to fight with you again.
Let's see here.
I know I may regret this, but I'd like to hear another story about your past.
My 10th wife was a lovely barbarian. Oh, she was a good 2 hands taller than I. A stunning woman. Oh, our marriage ended abruptly when she discovered that I was visiting her 10 closest friends while she was away on raids. She threw me off a cliff. Luckily, my head broke the fall. That may be why I still can't remember her name. What was it?
2 hands taller?
There's a terrible stench coming up from below. Oh no! What if the demons have infested the larder?
If you're so troubled, perhaps you should go investigate?
He probably won't.
You aren't going to leave, are you? I hear that you're the only reinforcements we're going to get. You and your children will be safe. You must have hope.
My husband said the same thing. What do you think happened to him?
He, ran away?
Did you see my doll out there?
Kill them when they get up again.
Hmm.
Goods here. Never you mind what I
Half of the weapons in this heap.
Are there any other NPCs here that have unique dialogue? Probably not.
There is a disgusting, slobbering, fat-oozing demon in your future. But there is always time for romance. You really should find someone.
I don't think this is the time or place to talk about this.
Trust me, you'll appreciate having a loved one to come home to when you're done saving the world.
Sadly, I don't think that's the kind of life that awaits the Nephilim.
I can see the signal fires lit all across the keep and on the battlefield. The defenders rally to the fires. But though the battlements are secured, we have bought ourselves no victory, only time. We need the catapults, but with the demons on the walls, the crews have been unable to raise them.
We must prepare the catapults to protect the walls from more attacks.
You and I both know that this battle will not be settled with catapults.
No, but the keep must be protected before we bring the fight to the demons on the battlefields.
We will make the demons flee before us. That will be a sight to see.
I am once again filled with the thrill of battle. It has been too long since I have raised my blade against the forces of the burning hells. I remember countless battles within the heart of Pandemonium, as my brethren and I risked everything to drive the demon spawn back to their hells.
Those battles must have been something to behold.
They were glorious. We waged our eternal conflict since the light first broke upon creation. But now, for the first time, it feels as if its end is in sight.
Fat chance of that happening. Anyways, let's continue on. So we're supposed to figure out those catapults. Wherever they are.
You're here. We're down to 4 lads until reinforcements arrive. Trouble is, the lift stopped. We can't see what went wrong through all the muck down there. Oh, what now?
More of the brutes from below, Captain. What do we do?
Private, if you need to be told which end of the sword goes where, you haven't been paying attention. Fight to your last breath, lads!
Yeah, fight. Don't just stand there. Also, first appearance of Captain Hale.
The lift is moving again! Hold steady, lads! Reinforcements are on their way!
Funny enough, he's one of the few NPCs that don't die in the course of the game.
Victory!
Even though he seems like a throwaway character.
We would have fallen without your aid. It was an honor to fight at your side.
That was Captain Hale of Westmarch. He's won hundreds of lost causes all over the world. I I heard the king had to threaten him with treason just to get him to return home for a promotion.
I don't know what he ever did to earn the favor of the Blizzard gods, but
I was telling stories about that for a while.
he's never going to die, I guess.
Your defenses are nothing.
Yeah, you can't delete them, even though they killed Deckard Cain, Zoltan Kuhl, Adria. Well, spoilers about that. Even the demons, Diablo.
Need more time.
But no. Captain Hale's like a rock that will never stop. That will never die. Somebody at Diablo, somebody at Blizzard and Diablo HQ probably really loves them.
Back. Ready yourselves.
Even though he only figures into like 2 portions of the game, I think. Like he's here in Act 3 and Act 5. And that's it really. He doesn't really do much other than
You must be the one that lit the signal fire.
pop in from now
Help me
and
free the recruits
then.
so they can raise this catapult. Over here. Excellent. Let's protect the recruits while they raise the catapult.
Where's the other guy? Okay, so normally, if you're playing this casually, this is a slight bottleneck. But with our seasonal character, we can just spam our meteors to get rid of all this. Man, just having a seasonal character makes all the difference. Back when I played the vanilla version of this game, it was pretty hard to really get a good character build going. Like, you didn't have all these special abilities. You didn't have the unlimited resource, none of that.
I would die 1,000 deaths to keep these people safe.
Come to think of it, most of the legendaries back then sucked pretty badly. You didn't really have any special affixes, no set abilities, nothing like that.
If only they could see me now.
And so it made the game pretty boring to play through more than once. Unless, of course, you had a nice crew to back you up.
Scouts report that more of those wretched demon hellbearers will be here any moment. The soldiers need to be protected. The platform will rise more quickly if we don't lose men.
Where's the other guy? You know, having such an overpowered character really defeats the purpose of this battle. I really don't know what everyone's struggling with. We're just gonna twiddle our fingers. Alright.
Didn't see that coming, did you?
I wish the difficulty extended further than T16
Are you
here.
alone up here?
Of course I'm bloody well alone. Everyone else has gone and died, but I'll be damned if I'll leave my post. Make yourself useful and spin that winch.
Great. Now we gotta do the work ourselves. No wheel slaves to help us out this time.
Catapult, I am not strong enough to lift you alone. Could you please ask my friend over there to lend a bloody hand?
You're gonna throw shade our way while we're doing this?
Catapult, I am not strong enough to lift you alone. Could you please ask my friend over there to lend a bloody hand?
Okay, so I think that's it.
Promise Captain Ho I'd watch my temper. Do me a favour, and don't mention that I shouted at you a little, alright?
No thanks, I'm tailing. I'm telling him.
Returning to town.
While you tinkered with your paltry catapults, my demons breached the depths of your keep. Once they've claimed the Black Soul Stone for me, your entire world will burn.
Yeah, whatever. That's more interaction from him compared to Belial.
Asmodan's demons have opened an enormous hole in our walls and are flooding into the depths. If it is not closed, the keep will be overrun with demons.
Their corpses should serve to seal the breach after I've killed them all.
I bring word from the King of Westmarch.
Has he agreed to send us reinforcements?
My lord says he will send no living men to battle imaginary demon lords.
Perhaps he'll believe when his kingdom is burnt to ashes around him.
That's a nice bit of foreshadowing.
You are a great warrior.
Thank you, Tyrael. You are a great commander.
I do what I can. Imperius himself would have been hard-pressed to hold these walls as long as these soldiers have. This world owes them a great debt.
Imperius? Who is that?
Imperius is the Archangel of Valor. It is he who commands the legions of the high heavens.
Has either side ever been close to victory in the eternal conflict?
We thought we had lost everything at the 5th Battle of the Diamond Gates. The prime evils and their legions crashed against the very entrance of heaven itself. But one of my most trusted lieutenants, Iswal, turned them back. Still, the day might have been lost had the demon lords not fallen to fighting amongst themselves. So confident of their impending victory, they turned on each other over the spoils they had yet to win. I shudder to think what the demon lords might accomplish should they ever stop betraying one another. Such is the self-defeating nature of evil.
Self-defeating, sure, but you gotta hand it to them. They always come back harder and stronger.
The stone is vibrating. I can barely hold it. Their voices, they're screaming in my head.
Is she strong enough for this?
She must be. Clearly the stone wasn't built to contain 6 demon lords indefinitely. Only Leah's will holds it together.
Take courage, Leah. Asmodan's time grows short.
Don't worry, Leah.
If there's treasure to be had,
We'll
then
fix
I'm
things up.
in.
Okay, so new dialogue.
The demons are in the keep! They're coming out from the depths! To arms! To arms!
You were saying something?
You see? They can kill any of us at any time. I won't wait a second longer. I am leaving now.
You would leave the safety of this keep to be exposed out there? You're not only a coward, you're a fool as well.
I see a foul darkness gathering around us. The forces of hell will soon overwhelm Leah.
Does the Soul Stone shatter? Do the demon lords break free?
No. You help Leah contain the energy within the stone, but the cost to her is high.
You forgot to ask her if the Cal level reappears.
I would ask if you're all right. I know better.
That was hardly an ambush anyway. Do you remember when the barbarians tried the same thing 30 years ago?
They tried to steal you away, didn't they? I was frantic until they brought you back 2 hours later with an apology.
I simply reasoned with him. Garma still sends me a bundle of hides sometimes, you know. He was the nicest kidnapper I ever met.
There are only a few reasons why a kidnapper would ever send you back. But we'll never know here. Also, I really need to play through Diablo 2 sometime.
I don't like the look of that. They should have run when they had the chance.
Okay, so we're just gonna go ahead and speed run through these dungeons here.
I am unstoppable.
There's no point to wander around here. Yeah, when they were really rich, when practically everything they dropped was worth using. And for some reason, somebody's stick served as the key to their homeworld. But yeah, let's just speed run through all of this.
Your grave awaits.
Well, these dungeons aren't nearly as bad as caves or the sewers, but they're still pretty bad. Everything looks a little too samey.
Not ready yet.
Crap. Also, a lot of backtracking. I'm fairly sure most of these are procedurally generated, so good luck trying to find the most efficient route.
Need more time.
This is really why you need a team of players to speed run through the
How does that feel?
through the story mode and all 5 acts. Otherwise, you run into these sorts of situations where you find one path, go down it, thinking you're gonna make record time, and then oh, never mind.
Warming up.
It is the wrong way. This makes better sense in the context of playing the story mode just to grind for XP though. Not so much here. Because I think we ran into the same problem again.
I am so good. I astound myself.
Just a bunch of dead ends. Not really sure why they were so concerned about the lower level of the dungeons being infiltrated. This place is huge.
Evil is closing in around this keep. We must protect the innocent.
Anyways.
Your defenses are nothing.
Let's keep running. Fairly sure it's somewhere this way.
You dare attack me?
Also, these maps are perfect for characters with teleport. Because you can jump between walls, provided there isn't a weak wooden door blocking the way.
I am unstoppable.
The power of the door is stronger than any teleportation magic you have on hand.
Did you?
There we go. I think we're finally out.
You're too late. My servant is already inside your walls, and his hunger is ravenous. He will devour your corpse, and those of your friends.
He also really has a bad case of indigestion. Okay, so normally this section is pretty easy to get through.
I'm just warming up.
Once you find this long stretch of hallway, then you know you're on the right track.
We are not alone in here.
The one who killed Lord Belial. I will savor, tearing the flesh from your bones.
Alright, come on, Tubby. Well, so much for that.
The human prisoners are panicking now. Oh, they must have noticed that fresh meat only comes after one of their number is dragged away, screaming. This will not hold. Slaughter the ones who starve themselves and feed them to their hungry friends. When those ones are fully stuffed, I will be ready to die.
I need to go back.
That's some AAA voice acting.
Victory over a useless tool. You have only delayed your inevitable destruction. Your walls have grown no stronger. Our assault continues unabated. The stone will still be mine.
Whatever happened to that massive army they had in the cinematic?
Adria tells me that our friend has beaten back Azmodan's armies, and the keep is safe now. I almost can't believe it. The essences within the Soul Stone grow angrier, fiercer. They are fighting against me every moment now, and their darkness creeps around the edges of my mind. I must remain strong.
Alright, so let's go ahead and chat a little while with our friends here.
Where do you spend the treasure you find? Or steal? You never dress better.
Living a life of depravity and overindulgence, naturally.
In this climate, I sincerely doubt that.
Fine. Perhaps I've found that my treasure is put to better use elsewhere.
Better use than yourself? You surprise me, Lyndon.
We all have debts to pay, friend. Let us seek our fortunes together.
Terrifying noises were coming from the armory, so Tyrael went to investigate. He said if you were to return, I should send you there.
Time has flown by since I joined you in New Tristram. Look at us now. Who would have ever guessed we'd be here? And now, every passing hour brings us closer to our goal. But do we have a chance?
Of course. We cannot lose. The world depends on us.
You should give some thought to taking some time for yourself, Chelsea. You can save the world tomorrow. Stay with us tonight. I'll buy drinks. We'll dance.
And how will drunken dancing help when I'm faced with some monster intent on devouring me?
I knew you'd say that. I really did.
Maybe drunken boxing?
Oh dear. That's a very resolute expression you're wearing. You may as well say what you're thinking.
In the Ishari Sanctum, I learned reason and stopped believing in gods. There must be thousands of old jewelers throughout the world. What makes you different?
I've never said I was special, though I most certainly am. I will tell you this. It is wise to believe in gods.
Why?
Because, my young friend, it teaches you to expect misfortune from unexpected directions and disasters that are beyond your control.
Okay, so that covers everyone, I think.
Aha! I knew you'd need my help.
I am losing control!
Welp. So much for all the soldiers here.
I thought I was going to die when I saw the demon's rage escape from the Soulstone. Tyrael and my friend fought them, but I couldn't help. It was like I was watching them through a haze. What is the Soulstone doing to me? Asmodan must die soon. Then I will be myself again.
You can finally start to see the changes happening in Leah.
The Soulstone seems stable now.
The demon's rage has been subdued.
Yes, but for how long? Our time grows short. We must take this fight to Asmodan.
I will fight my way across the battlefields and descend into Ariat Crater, where he hides.
Okay, time to fight Asmodean.
Can you feel the keep shuddering? Asmodan's siege weapons. Saving these walls will have meant nothing if they're reduced to rubble.
I will destroy Asmodan's ballistae, so that the keep may be safe.
At last!
Tell me more of the eternal conflict.
Since time immemorial, the forces of heaven and hell fought for control of the sacred World Stone, until the day it was stolen by renegades and used to forge your world. Since then, the forces of hell became more interested in corrupting mankind than in facing us on the field of battle.
They wanted to use us as weapons, didn't they?
They knew that mankind would tip the balance of power forever, and very clearly, you have.
Tell me more about the creation of our world.
To escape the eternal conflict, a group of renegade angels and demons came together and created a hidden paradise for themselves. They called this world Sanctuary. Eventually, they commingled. They gave birth to mankind. That is why you have both good and evil within you, and the power of both realms as your birthright. The power of your Nephilim ancestors was so terrifying to their parents that they tuned the World Stone to weaken them. They knew they had loosed something unimaginable upon creation.
This is also the basis of Diablo 4's story.
Azmodan will not be free for much longer. What will you do when this is over?
This war will never end for me. Even if we defeat all evil forever, I will carry the scars of this nightmare till the end of my days.
What about Leah? Surely she can recover from this ordeal.
I wish Leah could have the life I never had. But in truth, I fear she'll be damned as well.
She is stronger than you think. Nonetheless, I will do what I can to help the both of you find peace.
That's a pretty dark ending for Leah, and also some more foreshadowing.
I remember standing before the Prophet, my life hung by a thread, but he healed me and my sisters.
The Prophet was a priest then?
No, not precisely. I do not know what his true nature was, only that he possessed great power. He said we had done well to slay the demons. He was very kind. When we had recovered, he offered to train us further.
You agreed?
Yes. I owe him my life. Slaying the Lords of Hell would please him. It is the least I can do. It is always wonderful to see you.
The men look to you to lead them. When they see you laying waste to the demon hordes, they are heartened. As you go, so does this battle. Always remember that.
Okay, so believe it or not, we're actually halfway through this chapter already.
You're going out there?
Of course. I didn't come all this way to stop now.
Make sure you bundle up, huh? You should probably wear an extra layer or two. You can never be warm enough, I always say.
Then why are you still wearing the same clothes you wore in Chaldeum?
Oh, well, it's quite simple. I just tuck a few fire opals in my pockets and under my shirts, and I never get cold. As good as a pair of long underwear.
I like how they point that out.
Things are looking up, Martyr. There's barely anything left to kill.
I knew you could do it.
There are other soldiers about besides me, if you haven't noticed.
No, I haven't.
What a lovely couple.
Now's the time to run, isn't it? While there's a lull in the fighting?
Who would know better when to flee than a coward like yourself?
She's always roasting him. I wonder how the other player characters would react. They also have unique dialogue. Though the NPC's dialogue doesn't really change.
I have saved Bastion's Keep. It is time to leave the confines of the keep and take the fight to Azmodan's war machines upon the open fields.
Alrighty, time to bust stuff up. Actually, hold on.
To town.
Before we start traipsing about...
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
Let's just make sure we don't miss out on anything. It's always a good idea to check before running off. Sometimes these dialogue options have very small windows to complete them. And if you're just moving from point to point, it's really easy to miss out.
But I will not stand down. What
But anyways, this is about close to the halfway mark.
Thank the gods you're here. You've got to destroy those ballistae. They're raining hell down upon us. We can't last much longer.
Yeah. So let's get a move on. There are a few side dungeons here to explore, but if you don't really need the XP or the challenges, you can skip all that.
I never thought I'd see it.
I need to go back.
I think there may be some lore books around here, but I don't know how exactly we can trigger them. Nothing? No dialogue?
I told you, Marcus. I told you the demons would find a way out from underneath.
They will run when they see us.
No new journal either. Although, nah, never mind. Well, let's get started then. These ballistae always have random locations. Your best bet is just to run around.
I am unstoppable.
Light! That must be the trebuchet! Strike now!
Also, the backgrounds here are some of the best in the game.
I am your destruction!
It also helps that he has a relic that prevents him from dying.
I am so good. I astound myself.
And we just have one more left to go. Where is it?
Siege weapons to slay you. You stand in the middle of the army.
I cast your armies from the walls of the keep. I destroy them upon the open field. You have nothing that I fear.
Absolutely nothing.
Still waiting.
Anywho.
I am returning to town.
Let's see about our other side characters first. Anything? Nothing? Well, I guess not.
Need more time.
What about the Mystic? Nope. Weird.
I could no longer sit idly by while you brought the fight to Azmodan. It has been too long since I felt the thrill of battle myself.
Destroying my siege weapons makes little difference. Every hour, more of my forces pour forth from the mouth of hell. Soon, they will wipe your pathetic keep from existence.
Brave words, Azmodan. But words are all you have left to hurl at us. Forward, friend! Now we shall drive Azmodan's army back into the accursed crater.
We worked hard enough to reforge your sword of justice. I look forward to finally seeing you wield it. Let us depart.
He's probably only here to steal our kill. like every good friend in an MMO.
A worthy opponent.
Alright, so
Your defenses are nothing.
this here is just a straight line. We just have to reach the end. I do like the fact that there's more enemies around here. Yeah, he's not gonna get any kills.
I am so good. I astound myself.
I mean, hell, he's weaker than our follower. Also, the scaling on Tyrael is weird. Remember seeing him in the cinematic? His fingers are bigger than Leah's hands.
Your grave awaits.
I don't know if he's just really huge or Leah's just really small. Dude must be like 8 feet tall or something.
Help me! Is this my blood? I can't breathe.
Another senseless death.
We're just gonna leave him hanging. Where's Captain Hale? Usually he's a random event around here, but I guess he doesn't show up. Not this time.
I need to go back.
Okay, so quick check mark. There we go, new dialogue.
How do you feel? Nervous?
No. I look forward to sending Azmodan back to hell.
I feel a sense of calm. I know you can do it. Have no fear. The things I have crafted will not fail you.
Can we borrow your hammer?
The Black Soul Stone. Holding 6 prime evils in one container. That seems like a bad idea to me.
The sooner we defeat Azmodan and destroy it, the better.
It's a miracle Leah wasn't corrupted by the dark energies within it, don't you think?
Hush. No spoilers.
I am told you are going out to the battlefield on your own. Is that wise?
Why don't you join me?
I am not a coward. I just want to live.
You call it living. I call it groveling.
Did you hear? The demons are on the run thanks to her.
Good. Have you thought any more about retiring?
Every time a battle ends, you ask me about retiring.
Better than during the battle, I would think.
Yeah, you gotta consider that too.
You have said a great deal about the jewel you seek, except what it truly is.
Oh, all you wish to hear is my most guarded secret. Well, certainly. If you cannot be trusted, then the world is in trouble, I think. The jewel contains a powerful creature named Dirgist. He was trapped within it for terrible crimes against his people.
This is not a name from the Xiansai Pantheon. You are not talking about gods for once.
Oh no, this was before the gods. Now a flaw has developed in the jewel. Through it, Dirgist can consume the holder's life. I intend to seal his prison, trapping him in it forever.
As I mentioned before, Shen has the best storyline of all the followers.
They will run when they see us.
No new journal, so let's head back and finish the fight.
You cannot stand before Eldruin.
It would have been nice if his sword was added as an Easter egg. Instead, Tyrael's sword will always be Tyrael's.
Eldruin will destroy the demonic seal protecting this gate.
Yeah, he doesn't kick butt with it at all.
The scent of battle saturates the air. This is where we truly belong.
The stench of blood doesn't quite excite me as it does you, Cormac.
You know, even in Diablo 2, he still couldn't take care of Diablo with that sword.
I come with urgent news. Leah has had another vision. A vision of twisted demonic towers and enormous hearts beating within them.
I know of them. They are the Sin Hearts. Asmodan must have dredged them up from the depths of his realm to empower his legions.
Then I will be happy to stop them from beating.
Okay, so into the depths of hell we go.
The Demon Gate lies in ruins, while Asmodan has brought hell itself into the crater. I will destroy the Sin Hearts that bring unholy light to his armies, and then face the Lord of Sin himself.
You've killed one of my playthings. Now, you have my undivided attention.
I am returning to town.
So, new enemy here.
"10 days ago, I had an extremely powerful vision of a dark future. Horrible, horrible things will happen to you before this is all over, but you will prevail."
Would you care to share any details of these horrible, horrible things?
I would never burden you with the knowledge of things you can't change. You need to be happy. Enjoy yourself while you can.
But I am enjoying myself.
Thanks to that wizard, you can finally get some rest.
I feel fine.
I can tell your bad knee is troubling you, love. She'll have to save the world without you.
He probably took an arrow to the knee.
If ever there was a time to run, this would be it. But where would I run to? Maybe it is better to stay and fight for your life when the time comes.
Hollis, I'm shocked. One might think you a sensible person if you keep talking like that.
Their interactions are great.
You are so close now. Only Asmodan is still out there, waiting for you. What do you suppose you'll do after he is dead?
He is not dead yet.
Oh, you're too modest. I saw how easily you took care of Belial, and you've already beaten Asmodan's army. How much more trouble could he be? Let me tell you what I think. After Asmodan is dead, you come with me, huh? And we'll go on a grand adventure. Just you and Shen. The wind at our backs, and the road stretching out before us.
Who knows where fate will take me?
That would sound pretty fun. The adventures of Shen and the Wizard.
This place was built to fight barbarians, not horrible bastards with wings.
Does your brother know about your feelings for his wife?
No. She didn't take the time to tell him before waltzing off to the altar. Now their children would starve if not for the gold I send their way.
And yet you are ultimately responsible.
He will be free again in time. Paying off the Merchants Guild of Kingsport is no small task. And aren't you supposed to be on my side here?
They will run when they see us.
What have your studies divulged? Have you found the location of your tomes?
No. I've learned something much more troubling. Judging by the borders, this is indeed a page from the tomes, but it does not contain prophecies. It seems to be a set of instructions for the creation of magical weapons, but that is not the strangest part. I have seen the rune here before, on the braces of Tyrael's armor.
I don't recognize it. Let's go ask him.
I mean, he's right there.
Tyrael, examine this page. Tell me what you see.
These are plans for angelic weapons that will fit human hands. Where did you find this?
This is a page torn from the sacred tomes of my blessed order. The light only knows what the others contain.
I see. It implies that my brethren seek to destroy this world, and that your order was created to stop them.
Is it true?
It was, once. Not anymore.
I am sorry, my friend. What will you do now?
There is much difference between what I want and what I must do. Together, you and I will finish our work here. I owe you that. But I tell you this. My faith is stronger than this betrayal. When we are done, I will return home and plunge my spear into the ground before the vault of the Order. I will meet their champions until they answer for their sins and their lies. I will have justice. What shall we fight today?
Alright, long-winded speech aside, there's no book. Alright, so let's continue on.
Always wanted to find some of these.
So this area is fixed. Thankfully there's no randomness here. At least I don't think so. Or am I thinking of a different area? Also,
your misbegotten kind is creation's greatest sin, but your time is done. You will find only death in my realm.
okay, I was about to say, this area is by far one of the best designed areas in the game. Case in point.
These poor things live in eternal torment.
Those things look freaky as hell.
Oh.
Ah, crap. Press the wrong button. Oh well, we'll never figure out what she meant to say. This is what happens when you map your controls to...
pleases me. Every step brings you closer to my embrace.
Yeah, this is what happens when you map your controls to the face buttons that control dialogue. You end up pressing the wrong thing and then all of a sudden... oh, that treasure you wanted to pick up? Too bad. kind of wish there were more buttons here. Like, for example, the touchpad could definitely be used to map out the controls for skipping dialogue.
I like to think the world is safer now.
But because this game was designed before the PS4, you don't really get that option. And by the time this game was ported over to the PS4, well, we kind of lost the select button.
We will vanquish him as we did the others.
So now the touchpad is tagged to the inventory. But anyway, let's keep moving.
You dare attack me?
All the pain and suffering you're enduring. You must be dying to meet me.
The only one dying here is you. Also, it would have been really cool if we got to fight one of those beasts down there. Sadly, they're only here for decoration.
I feast on their agony, their eternal anguish. Oh, you are so eager. I suppose I should introduce myself. I am Sedea, Maiden of Lust, Consort of Asmodee.
Consort? Yeah.
How invigorating. Play with my daughters. I do not wish to tire you out.
Your scream!
I can feel the blood hemorrhaging from the sin heart. Oh, you will pay for this.
She doesn't sound particularly upset. Yeah. Would have been nice to have them face off against you as a boss or something, but nope, you never get to interact with them. Not as an enemy or a boss or anything. Also, her daughters, they didn't last too long. Let's have a look around. I guess that's it for Leah's journal. No more entries.
Not ready yet.
So close now. So close.
Feels like she should have been like a boss somewhere around Act 1. Especially when we were going through those spider tunnels. I mean, she does look like a spider after all. Okay, so when in doubt, always head to the upper right.
Your grave awaits!
I don't really know why they made these maps like this, especially for the hell maps. Maybe somebody thought it was way too confusing.
You think you know anguish? Soon my concubine will show you their true meaning.
Okay, so we are getting close to the end here.
I do hope you're not in over your head.
Hold your tongue, demon.
Yeah, there are a couple times where you can get lucky and find a mob of goblins. It happens. Though I think I prefer meeting the blue goblins, though. I never got lucky enough to encounter them 3 times, though. Not at once. Maybe on random occasions, but... yeah, they only ever show up in rifts. Okay, so... let's keep going.
Chains tear at their flesh. Hear their screams. Such sweet music.
Too bad for them. They'll be here forever.
Oh, the things I'm going to do to you.
She has no shame, does she?
Dude's a prude. Plus, I don't think they have that in mind, or she has that in mind.
Pay for my freedom. I have only my own flesh and blood. Come, the Maiden of Lust lurks below.
Yeah, why not? The more friends, the merrier.
Sadea, the Maiden of Lust, lured us with her damned promises. I'll never forget what she made me do.
Go on. This area is really confusing. But at least we're out of here.
Oh yes, I've been looking forward to this.
Well, that was quick. Is there any journal around here? No. Alright, so there's only one fight left.
We have fought our way to the depths of the crater. Azmodan cannot be far.
I am returning to town.
Yep, seeing as how she was the only thing that stood between us and Death Whale is just the icing on the cake. Alright, so after we beat Azmodan, I'm gonna cut the session there. And then we'll take a quick break, and then we'll start up another session in maybe about half an hour or so. And then we can run through Act 4. Act 4 is not very long. It's even shorter than Act 3.
You dare attack me?
I think what makes Act 3 and 4 slightly longer are the optional side dungeons. Well, because we don't really want to bother with those, because there's not really much meaningful content down in them. Unlike, say, Act 1 and 2, where some of the side dungeons were pretty rewarding. It feels like Blizzard ran out of budget here, so they decided to cut everything short. But look at the backgrounds though. I'm pretty sure this is where they spent the majority of the graphics budget. Well, this area and the next area. Alright, let's go fight Azmodan.
Nephilim fool, when the soul stone is embedded in my flesh, the seven shall be as one within me. I will be the sum of all hells, the prime evil.
Well, Leo's pretty much worthless. You couldn't even take one hit. No treasure chest, no lore, no nothing. Lesser evil, my butt.
We've done it! Quickly now, Leah! Trap Azmodan's essence within the Soul Stone!
It's done!
I never dared dream. All evil lies trapped within that stone. Once it is destroyed, the eternal conflict will finally end.
Destroying the stone is no simple matter. There are rituals to consider. We must return to the keep and make our final preparations.
So yeah, that is it. We have completed the majority of Act 3.
I need to go back.
I say majority because there are a couple side quests and things to do here, but we didn't really bother with any of that.
Well, Martyr, that demon lord is dead. Time to move on.
I'll go pack my knitting.
Hollis, you surprised me. You didn't run.
I told you I wouldn't. I'm not brave like you, but I am no liar.
Yeah, but you're still a coward. Let's see.
They will run when they see us.
I keep thinking of the traitor, John Dar. He had turned to evil, I have no doubt. But I wonder, would he have fallen as easily if the Order had not betrayed him? I knew he was trouble, but I said nothing. I saw his doubts, his weakness, and when he submitted to Magda, I thought my suspicions were confirmed. Perhaps I could have saved him before it was too late.
I'd like to believe that everyone can be redeemed, but I think you made the right choice.
I thank you. He was a good friend for a long time. He told stories that made me laugh. If you can believe that.
May the battles never end.
Nope, no journal. So I guess there are only 4 of Leah's journals here.
An incredible victory. I knew Asmodan could never stand up to the likes of you.
Where are Adria, Leah, and Tyrael?
They are all in the armory, no doubt celebrating. You should join them.
Wait, but we were just down there. Okay, so let's wrap things up.
They will run when they see us.
Well, this doesn't look good. There's a trail of blood.
Still waiting.
So, this is the point of no return. If you have anything else left to complete in Act 3, now's the time to do so. Otherwise, let's get going.
Adria, when did you decide to betray us?
20 years ago, a great and terrible power drew me to Tristram. But Aiden, Leoric's eldest son, defeated that power and sought to contain it within his own flesh.
The Dark Wanderer.
It was Diablo I saw within him, and I pledged myself to his service. Now, at last, his grand design comes to fruition. Dear Leah, Deckard always suspected your true father was Diablo himself. And now, my daughter, you shall serve as his vessel.
I live. But I am more than I once was. The 7 evils are now one within me. I am the prime evil. Well done, faithful Adria. Go now, until I call upon you again. Now, at last, to my true goal, the one that has always eluded me. The utter destruction of the high heavens.
Ooh, what a twist. You know, if you were playing this during the vanilla Diablo 3 days, Adria just kind of disappears.
I thought I could make my wife's death mean something. It doesn't matter now, does it?
Of course it does. You are the finest blacksmith I've ever met.
Right. Sure that's a comfort for Leah, now that she's gone too. Oh, I've been a fool. You don't get to make things right. This world isn't made for redemption.
Poor Leah.
You knew this was coming, didn't you?
Of course, Chelsea.
What's the point of seeing the future if you don't stop bad things from happening, Miriam?
That's the point of the future, love. It keeps coming. You don't win a duel by blocking the first blow and going home.
So you just let Leah die?
I had to. Diablo was always going to come back. But now, you are here to stop him. And in your grief and rage, you will, my Chelsea.
It also helps if you were created after the events of this game. The Mystic wasn't really around in vanilla Diablo 3.